is the public to whom art is offered, is it the same as the polity or the citizenry? And this question occurred to me this morning because so much of our collective discourse is about politics. It is about a public that seems that we understand as essentially on one side or another. Are there publics to whom we reach out, to whom we try to move, who are in any way distinct from the polity? And I'm thinking of David and of Carrie too, whose art, that we've seen here, certainly doesn't detach itself.
You know, my first instinct, it would be a shame to separate the political side of ourselves from the actual human being side. I had my life changed at a panel, which sort of feeds into this, reminds me of this panel. I'd done 1,000 panels at the Brookings Institute, the American Enterprise Institute, on scintillating topics like wither NATO and the future of entitlement spending. And I got invited to be on a panel at the Public Theater in New York. And early in my life, I wanted to be a playwright. And on the panel was a bunch of actors. Anne Hathaway was on the panel, a great clown was on the panel, a bunch of theater people. And before the panel, we were off stage and we all got in a group hug and we all supported each other and we were all like leaning on each other's shoulders, and Anne sang a song, and then there were tissues on the stage in case we started crying. And then we got off the stage and we gave another group hug. And it was so filled with emotion and team. And I realized I've been leading the wrong life. This is better than wither NATO. And it symbolized to me a feature of our culture that we're over-politicized and under-moralized. That we talk constantly about every tweet and every little uptick in the polls, but the things that really matter are our relationships and whether we know what to do with suffering. And the only thing that can give you that kind of emotional knowledge is art. And so we have had a tendency to separate our brain and turn us into brains on a stick. And frankly, the institutions where we teach at, Yale and Harvard, two elite institutions, one a little more elite, but we bring kids in because their cognitive abilities, and it's part of a system of making us overly cognitive, underly relational, underly emotional.